through it. First, where's the conclusion?
The first sentence.
First sentence. So then notice what we have. We have Wells, who is quite knowledgeable about the concert business, was certain that it would sell unless it was poorly promoted. That unless statement is an if-then statement. So unless means
If not.
if not. So what's the translation of this? It would sell out unless it was poorly promoted.
If not promoted, it's an
If not poorly promoted, then it would sell out, right? Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then they said, but the concert did not sell out. Not S. Therefore, probably poorly promoted, which makes sense, especially if you translate this as if not S. This is just a contrapositive, poorly promoted. Now, one thing I do want to note about these two premises is that what is this premise right here? It's a special kind of premise. It's the one we were debating about back and forth. One of two things. Gray area. This is a belief. Right? Are we cool with that? Because this is what Wells said. Wells, who's quite knowledgeable about the concert, was certain. I'm glad that Wells was certain about that. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's true. That's a belief. This is a fact, and this is a fact, right? Okay, so the point here is that when you compare premises, you got to compare the premise that's a belief to this premise right here, not to this one. Okay? Answer choice A. Dr. Smith, a well-trained cardiologist, so this is the belief, said that the patient would probably survive the heart transplant if it were performed by a highly skilled surgeon. There's a clue in there that this is the answer choice is not going in the right direction. Yeah?
Well, it's talking about a highly skilled surgeon, and then it goes into talking about it's not performed properly. And those, like, properly performed was never talked about before.
Well, I guess when I look at this first sentence, I'm thinking, okay, so it's a belief. It's what Dr. Smith thinks, right? So that's similar to this. And in the original, we had an if-then statement.
Right.
And in this first sentence, we have an if-then statement. So in that regard, at least when you're just looking at the first sentence, it seems okay. But there is a problem in this first sentence already.
It says probably.
Probably. Whereas Wells was certain. Now, that doesn't mean that it's fatal, but I'm trying to move quickly through these answers, and I'm thinking most of these are going to be wrong, so that's probably wrong. Let's move on. And I just underlined probably. Answer choice B. Notice this. Professor Willis, great, who is quite knowledgeable, said that the sample probably did not contain any organic compounds. What's wrong with this sentence? It's already problematic.
Probably.
Probably is one problem. There's another problem, bigger problem. We can more confidently get rid of this one than we can get rid of A.
There's no if-then.
There's no if-then in the belief. It's just, oh, probably not S or whatever, right? That's out. C, my neighbor. Okay, this is the belief. Who's an experienced home renovator? Great. Said the damage to the wall would not be noticeable if it were properly repaired. Okay. If properly prepared, oh, probably should. Well, anyways, repaired. What am I doing? Repaired. Then what? It would not be, the damage would not be noticeable. So not noticeable. What happened? Thus, the repair to the wall would probably was not properly done, since one can still notice the damage. You can notice it, therefore, probably not properly repaired. This is the same. I probably should have just left it. As Kayleen put it. What was it? It was not properly promoted, then S. This is the same thing. We're taking this and we're negating the necessary condition. We're negating the necessary condition and getting the opposite in the conclusion. Notice the positive negative here doesn't matter. So that's just a subject matter choice. Answer choice D, what's the clear reason this is wrong? The builder gave us an if-then statement, so that's fine. The biggest clue, I think, is in the conclusion. Thus, the builder was wrong? Thus, Wells was wrong? No. Answer choice E. Anyone know what makes this wrong?
Well, I don't know. I saw like the original question or like the passage said was talking about how something would not happen,
Okay.
and E talked about how something did happen.
That's positive, negative. I don't know if that matters. Because here, notice we said
Right.
probably not repaired properly. We hear probably promoted. Anyone? Yeah?
The argument has a flaw?
Yes. Answer choice E is flawed, whereas this is somewhat valid, right? It's still a little questionable because this is a belief, but this, in answer choice E, it says, if properly conducted, then what would happen?
They'd find lead.
They'd find lead, and then they said, we did find lead, therefore properly conducted, that's invalid, right? Affirming the necessary as opposed to negating the necessary. Yes?
So for A, I ruled it out for the same reason that she did about I thought that highly skilled and not properly performed were just not logically equivalent. So that's why I ruled out A.
Yeah.
Does that not matter?
Wait. I'm sorry, what? The highly skilled?
So yeah, they said it was performed, yeah, but like the two qualifications that they gave didn't seem the same.
Oh, okay, so the if clause says, if it were performed by a highly skilled surgeon, just since the patient did not survive the surgery, it was probably not properly performed. Oh, sure. Yeah, sorry, I just didn't even get to that because I just stopped reading.
Oh, okay.
If the answer seems wrong, I just move on. That's one way to make parallel reasoning a little bit faster, because you don't have to read all the answers all the way. You only have to read the answer you're going to choose all the way. You have to make sure that every element of that answer is correct, but you don't have to make sure that every element of the wrong answer is correct. But you're right, that's a much more definitive reason to get rid of it. I just stopped it probably.
Oh, okay.
So, yes, that is a problem too. All right, any other questions on this one? Okay.